For the wet and delayed Indonesian Grand Prix, Quartararo will launch from pole with Martin and Zarco both on the front row. It's a career best grid start for Brad Binder in fourth, while Qatar GP winner Enea Bastianini and 2021 championship runner-up Pecco Bagnaia are alongside him. Miguel Oliveira, Alex Rins and Jack Miller are all in the third row, with Aleix Espargaro, Fabio Di Giannantonio and Luca Marini completing the top 12. Franco Morbidelli was slapped with a grid penalty and he starts from P14 with Marco Bezzecchi in 15th. There's no Marc Marquez, with the 8-time world champion declared unfit after a crash during warm-up, and Paul Espargaro takes his place on the grid. Alex Marquez is a skilled wet weather rider, so keep an eye on him in row 6 alongside Andrea Dovizioso and Joan Mir. Maverick Vinales leads the Tech 12 rookies Fernandez and Gardner, with Binder and Nakagami completing your grid in Mandalika.
8,940 days since the last Indonesian Grand Prix at Sentul back in 1997. Later than we expected, but better late than never. The green flag waves at the back of the grid. We're about to get underway here. The Grand Prix of Indonesia. Delayed on the lights, the red light comes on, and we are underway here. MotoGP action underway in Indonesia. Big wheelie up the line there for Jorge Martin in second place. Storming start from Miguel Oliveira on the number 88 factory KTM. Quartararo, the poleman, gets the whole shot, but Oliveira up into third.
Look at Alex Rins, straight around the outside. He's ran wide into turn one. He's got Jorge Martin up beside him. Rins got a brilliant start from the third row of the grid. He's now been eased wise by Jorge Martin, but Quartararo, just as he hoped for, he's got the whole shot. He's got a clear track.
Well, we saw a sensational start from Brad Binder in the dry starting race in Qatar. Brilliant launch there from the third row by Miguel Oliveira. He started 7th and immediately slots himself in to second place behind Fabio Quartararo. Perfect start for the world champion.
Jack Miller's come through into third place. He's a rider that we expected to keep an eye on in these conditions. His teammate, though, Pecco Bagnaia, had a terrible start. He's down 6 places, down into 12th. Look at Joan Mir. He started down in 18th position. He's already cut half of the deficit. He's up into the top 10 and already got the inside of Brad Binder for 8th position.
Yeah, really aggressive, hasn't he been already, as he had to be. Joan Mir, Alex Marquez, I think in the background there, just putting his hand up. I think he might have made a bit of a hard move on somebody into turn number 10. They splashed their way through then into the third sector on this opening lap. Fabio Quartararo just where he wanted to be, coming under early pressure here. Attacking hard is the Portuguese man Miguel Oliveira. The advantage just under 0.3 of a second. You can see there the spray being kicked up by Quartararo's own one. If you're a bit mid-pack now, it's going to be difficult to pick your way through vision-wise in this busy last sector.
Well, we feared for Yamaha in these wet conditions, but so far they're going very well. Quartararo leads this Grand Prix. Franco Morbidelli's moved through from 14th on the grid up to 6th now. He's just gone past Jorge Martin. Andrea Dovizioso is also going well in 12th as Miguel Oliveira powers his way out of the final corner and eases past Fabio Quartararo.
Oh, look at the spray problems further back down the field. I don't know whether Quartararo made a mistake there coming out the final corner. He's been picked up as well now, briefly by Jack Miller into turn 1. He just lost all of his exit speed out of turn 17 to Quartararo. That's how Oliveira got through by the time they got to the finish line. And all the momentum lost as well for Quartararo meant Miller got him on the brakes into the first corner.
But Oliveira away at the front. Jack Miller, though, on the move in second place. We've got 4 different manufacturers in the top 4 at the moment, with Alex Rins just out of picture. There he is at the back of the screens, up in 4th, just ahead of Joan Zarco.
Here comes Jack Miller then up the inside of Miguel Oliveira into turn 10, and he's got that move stuck. That's brilliant by the Ducati man. We thought he was going to be a big contender in these rain conditions. These are conditions that the Thriller Miller revels in. Oliveira just struggling for pace. He ran a little bit wide there, then he coming through turn number 11. Thought he was going to get swallowed up by Fabio Quartararo. As good of a start it's been for Oliveira's KTM, it's been a bad start for Brad Binder. He's dropped outside the top 10 from that promising 4th place.
And the championship leader, Enea Bastianini, he's all the way down in 15th spot, so he's not enjoying these conditions at this very early stage. Maybe he'll build into it as this race goes on, but the championship leader is in big trouble at this very early stage. Here are your 3 leaders then, as Miguel Oliveira has a little bit of a look at Jack Miller. Quartararo's hanging on to them. It looked like he might slip backwards when he lost lead at the start of this lap, but now with some references ahead of him, Quartararo able to go with the leaders.
Quartararo's getting swallowed up though. Rins and Zarco pick him off out of that final corner on the brakes into the first corner. Quartararo's going the wrong way here. He made a great start, but it's all unravelling pretty quickly here for the world champion. Alex Rins now has got his hands full. 2 flying Frenchmen all over his rear tyre. Now this battle, as it rages on, it's just giving Miller and Oliveira the chance to break away. You can see the top 2 men there. They're already going through turn 5.
Yeah, here's what happened to Fabio Quartararo. I said earlier on in the one lap, don't touch the curbs. And Fabio Quartararo got on the curb and it just lost him all his momentum.
I think that's what happened as well, Lewis, earlier in the race. He was out wide on those curbs, super slick, super greasy, no grip whatsoever, and that allowed Oliveira to get through initially. Jack Miller then with the hammer down at 1:41.161. Full respect here to Miguel Oliveira to keep tabs with this early pace by the Australian. Oliveira on that last lap was also a 1:41.1. Johann Zarco also pretty rapid, but half a second away from the top two men. Let's see what Rins now and Zarco can do now they've got through on the world champ Quartararo.
This is the view back then from the race leader, Jack Miller, who we've so often seen excel in these kind of conditions. Miguel Oliveira, we've perhaps seen less of that over the years, but he's certainly proving that he's the match for Jack Miller at the moment. Is he going to have a little look now? No, he stays where he is for the moment. While these two are pulling away from the gap behind them, the likes of Alex Rins and Johann Zarco, I think Miguel Oliveira will be quite comfortable to sit there in second place as long as he can still see the road place finally.
I just had my heart in my mouth there because we didn't see Fabio Quartararo. I was thinking, oh no, what's happened to the world champion? But he's put clear daylight now between himself and this battle for third place. Zarco from Miller. Quartararo in this lap alone. Whoa, there was a moment there through 13 for Jack Miller, right foot off the peg. He's obviously encountering a few late grip issues here. Is there still a little bit of life left in this race? Because Fabio Quartararo has found 0.6 of a second in the first three sectors on this current lap alone. Let's check the gap between this man, your race leader, Miguel Oliveira, as he's about to start lap 17. 3 to go here in Mandalika. Oliveira's advantage over Quartararo is 3.4 seconds.
Seconds faster for Quartararo that time around.
Fabio Quartararo is smelling an unlikely victory here, putting real pressure on Oliveira. A 1:38.749 then from Quartararo. The gap down to 3.4 seconds.
Oliveira must have been setting a pretty comfortable rhythm out for it. He'll be getting the hurry up now from his team on the pit bowl when he comes next time around. We'll now see if Oliveira does have some more pace in hand or whether he's at his limit, just setting the pace he is. Because KTM will now be alerting Oliveira to the news that he's losing a second a lap to Fabio Quartararo in second place.
Look at this battle. Here comes Enea Bastianini up the inside of Darren Binder. He's got that move done. You know that Binder, though, is not going to let him have it for nothing, and he fights straight back. He leans on the world championship leader. Great stuff, and Bastianini's got sucked into it there, hasn't he? Engaging with Darren Binder, and he made the mistake going into turn 2.
Bastianini, the World Championship leader, looking to try and rescue whatever points he can, and he's rescued an extra point there. That's not a place for you to see people overtake, but Bastianini carving his way through.
He doesn't want any late drama here, does he, Bastianini? Trying to get it to the front of this group and maybe check out. Here comes Binder on the inside at turn 10. No fear, no holds barred from Binder. We saw some fireworks from him in his Moto3 career, but Bastianini can't find a way through. Aleix Espargaro right in contention. Well, there's 3 abreast into turn 12. Bastianini in the sandwich, and he's the one that comes out on the wrong side of it. Binder got through, likewise Aleix Espargaro. Bastianini surrendering crucial championship points here. Now Brad Binder goes through at turn 13. We're on the last lap. Oliveira is your race leader. His advantage over the line was cut down to 2.8 seconds to Fabio Quartararo. Into turn 12 then. Just got to keep his focus, keep his concentration. It's been a perfect Grand Prix so far for Miguel Oliveira. He has not put a foot wrong. Keeps that KTM wheels in line. Zarco going in hot again into turn 13. But here we go then, Miguel Oliveira, just a couple of corners left for him in this first Indonesian Grand Prix in 25 years. It has been well worth the wait. Fabio Quartararo is going to take second place, but through the final corner then comes Oliveira. Miguel is the man in Mandalika. A famous win here for KTM in our first Indonesian Grand Prix in a quarter of a century. A brilliant podium, really good second place there for Fabio Quartararo. Zarco does take third. Fourth place goes to Miller. Rins and Mir, the two Suzukis, were 5th and 6th respectively. Who's going to win this heated battle for 7th?
Brad Binder, I think. He's just ahead of Aleix Espargaro. Darren's got Enea Bastianini behind him as Paul Espargaro is looking to try and steal some late points from the World Championship leader. But it looks like Brad Binder who's going to take those 8 World Championship points for 8th place. Paul Espargaro coming through your frame. He's down in 12th position, but it is Brad Binder from Aleix Espargaro. Darren Binder, a terrific top 10 for him on the with you RNF Yamaha. Bastianini recovers from that poor start to 11th, ahead of Paul Espargaro and Alex Marquez. Marini in 14th, while Pecco Bagnaia takes the final point, just 1 point from the first 2 races for Bagnaia.
It's a first win of the season for KTM thanks to Oliveira's efforts. Quartararo does brilliantly to claim second ahead of Johan Zarco in P3. Miller misses out while it's a Suzuki salvage job as both their riders reach the top 6. Morbidelli, Brad Binder and Espargaro are joined by rookie Darren Binder inside the top 10.